Hey everybody, Nightmare Comics 1 with a video. I have not contributed much to this channel, and I want to change that. So I got a few videos in mind. I want to do this one first. This is my top 10 pull list every month. It's not necessarily books to come out every week, but every month at least one of these books come out. With the exception of one because it was all weird for a second, but every month at least one of these books come out, and I feel like they have. I have to read them every month. So let's get started. First, Birds of Prey. There's honorable mentions right here. I felt like all four of these books should have been mentioned. The first four books that I talk about because they didn't quite make the top 10, but I still love them because some months they're amazing, other months they're not as amazing, but still really good books. Let me get started. All right, first we got Birds of Prey. Gail Simone and Ed Benes on art. This is really dope stories. A lot of just a lot of good like character moments with Gail Simone and with Gail Simone. What I'm talking about with with Black Canary and the Huntress, and not only that, just the whole team like Dove and even Hawk. It's just good stuff. Good enjoyable stuff. The last arc that just passed, the Death of Oracle, I recommend to anybody. That was just even though the ending is very predictable, it was a lot of fun, very tense. I mean, I think everybody enjoyed that. Then next I got Batman and Robin, currently written by Peter Tomasi and art by Patrick Gleason. See, Batman's my favorite character, as y'all know, but I gotta be honest, like, even though I like Batman Inc., I like everything that's going on with Batman right now. None of it really blows me away. And I feel like Batman and Robin is the best book of all the Bat books, But all in all, man, like, even when Grant Morrison was writing it, I thought the writing was good. I ain't even high on Morrison. So think about that for a second. I even thought most of the time the art was good, minus Fraser Irving, because that shit was awful. But yeah, like it's always a good book. Like it's never terrible. So yeah, Batman and Robin. The next, Heroes for Hire, Dan Abnett, Andy Lanning on the writing, and Brad Walker on art. This is a very, very fun book. Like, I was very skeptical when I first read about it and stuff like that, but man, the first issue was a blast, and the whole arc has been a blast. It's just a blast, man. Like, when you see characters, you geek out like a little kid, you know what I mean? Like, you know who's you know what I'm saying, you know who's gonna be included, but it doesn't matter. It's always cool. It's a really, really really fun book. It's a fun read, like tons of action, great dialogue, just a fun book. The next we had a book that was dangerously close to making the top 10. The last honorable mention, Captain America, written by Ed Brubaker, art currently by Daniel Acuna, however you say his name. This is so underrated. Like, I feel like, everybody knows Captain America, but I felt like, like I wouldn't even be reading this book had it not been for a guy by the name of Evil Pilgrim I follow on Twitter. Y'all should follow him too. But this book is so dope. Like, I would have been missing out on a lot, like straight up, because they just did this arc, the trial of Captain America. And as you know, Bucky Barnes is Cap now. Well, he was Cap. We don't know what's going to happen now because he got deported to Russia. Spoiler. And like at first, I didn't know what was going to happen. And he got deported and all that stuff. But it was so tense, man. Like, he was Winter Soldier, and Winter Soldier did a lot of terrible things. He was a villain, and yeah, it was just dope, man. This is a dope book. Like, seriously. Like, and the way Steve is used in it is perfect. Yeah. Next is the 10. Number 10, Flash by Jeff Johns. Art by Francis Manapul. First, I have to say the art in this book is tremendous. Like, it's like when the Flash is running, it almost looks like if you flip the pages of the book, he'll be in motion. Like, it's like one of those flip books. That's how it looks, to be honest. Yeah, like I like the facial expressions in the book. I like everything about the book. It's vibrant. The colors are vibrant. Everything about the art is like fantastic. Probably artistically, it might be my favorite book in the top 10. I don't know. I have to look at the other ones, but yeah, Jeff Johns is killing the story. You know what I mean? And then we got Flashpoint coming out. I know this series is about to end, but I still love it every month. And we got Flashpoint coming out soon, so you know that's gonna be good. And, you know, the Flash, man, highest recommendation for me. Like, definitely check out this book. Definitely check out this book. All right, then next, number 9, Punisher Max, written by Jason Aaron, art by Steve Dillon. Steve Dillon does all Punisher art. Steve Dillon is a, you know, a lot of people are hit and miss on his art. I think his art is really works here. You know, it doesn't need to be over the top. It doesn't need to be anything too dramatic because it's the Punisher. And the violence is beautiful, to be honest. But the stories here are great, man. Like the Kingpin story, the first story that was in this book, that was great. We saw how he became this small-time thug, like bodyguard type dude, to a guy that would do anything to succeed and get to the top. The Bullseye story, a lot of people thought it moved too slow, but I thought Bullseye carried that story and made it just, you know, you had to read it every month because Bullseye was such like a intriguing character, man. Like the things he did on screen, like in the book was just like it's a movie or something. In the book was just cool, man. Like, you know, he was crazy and it was fun to read. And then now it has this arc going on where Frank's in jail and he doesn't know, you know what I mean, like how's he gonna defend himself because he's all beat up and stuff. So we'll see what's gonna happen, man. All in all, this is a great book. I recommend this also to anybody. And the next we have Uncanny X-Force, story by Rick Remender. Art right now by Eastside Ribic. But the first story was done by Jerome Pena. This is the Apocalypse story. What is it? The Apocalypse Solution. That right there is one of the best. One of my favorite story arcs. Like period. Like I love that story, man. The way it ended with Phantom X, and I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, pretty much this team is Archangel, Wolverine, Psylocke, Phantom X, Deadpool, and I think that's it. Yeah, and it just works. It just works. Deadpool is pure comedy here. You know, Wolverine is so gangster. You know my boy James gets down. You know, Psylocke is written well here because she's the one that's level-headed on the team. Like, you know, is this the right thing to do? Is this not the right thing to do? She want, you know, like she always is written. You know, it's just, you know, this is dope stories, man. Great art. You know, Uncanny X-Force is one of the best Marvel books, period. And I'm gonna be honest with you, this list is kind of Marvel heavy. Looking at it, no, well, it's about equal. But yeah, and I forgot a few other titles on here. But yeah, like, this book is dope. This book is very dope. Y'all definitely should be reading it. Then that was number 8. Number 7 is Action Comics, written by Paul Cornell, art by Pete Woods. Yeah, the Black Ring story, man. It made me put it on this list, man. Told from Lex Luthor's point of view, the basic gist of it is that he has a Black Lantern ring. He wanted to power it. Things happen along the way. He runs into people. He even runs into Death from Sandman, if you ever read Sandman. And it's just interesting. Like, you know, the psyche of Lex Luthor, the way they use the characters, is just really interesting. Like, you always want to know what happens next, and it's always a fun read. Like, this is a very fun book. And, you know, like, Action Comics 900 is going to be great also. Yeah, like, this has just been so consistently good. Like, I can't recommend this enough. Action Comics. Number 6, Irredeemable by Mark Waid, art by Peter Krause. I love this book. Love this book. Incorruptible almost made this list, but not quite. It didn't even really make the honorable mentions, but it's still, that's a really good book. Like, if you read Irredeemable, also read Incorruptible because the story's kind of intertwined. But imagine if Superman went crazy because he failed doing something, and he decided that, you know, he didn't care about anything anymore. Just imagine if that happened. Well, that's the gist of this story. And at first, and then a lot of things happened where I thought the story was going to be just good guy turns bad, stop bad guy. It's a lot of other things that have happened that made this book like totally like just not what I expected, and I think all of them work. Like every last one of them work, and it's never a dull issue. There's no filler issues in this whole. Like it hasn't been one yet, And I'm really really excited to see where this goes, and I don't even know how long it goes, but somebody put in the comments if you know. But yeah, this is an amazing book. One of my favorites every week. So yeah. All right, number 5, Secret Avengers by Ed Brubaker and Mike Diodato, and art by Mike Diodato. This is also probably my favorite Avengers book. Keep in mind, I don't read Avengers Academy. Everybody tells me that's amazing though. I'll get the trades. I just haven't read it at all though. But Secret Avengers is absolutely amazing. Like Brubaker tells great stories. Like the first one with the thing in space, and just put it like this: at the end of the first arc in Secret Avengers, Steve put on Nova's helmet. That's all I have to say. The story that went on with the Shadow Council, Shang-Chi, and all that stuff. That was a great story. Also, I hear Warren Ellis is taking over this book soon, like little individual stories or something like that. Like that has me excited. Also, yeah, ain't much else to say, man. This is just a great book that all of you should be reading. Secret Avengers. Next we got Green Lantern Corps by Tony Bedard. With multiple artists. I don't feel like going through all of them. I don't know. Like a lot of people get in debates like whose Green Lantern Corps is better. Some people think Tony Bedard's was better than Peter Tomasi's. I love them both, but lately I love Green Lantern Corps. Like I think Green Lantern. I love this book. Like and let's just put it like this: when Tomasi was on it, I didn't love it. I just liked it a lot. So take it like that. The Weaponer story that just passed had not a really shocking twist because I kind of saw it coming, but the ending was so great. This book is always a lot of action like it should be. It always seems like warfare in like every issue. It really does, and it's like really tense. The characters are done really well, man. It's just always just stuff coming at you all the time. It's absolutely great. Green Lantern Corps, the second best Green Lantern book. But the best Green Lantern book is Green Lantern by Jeff Johns with multiple artists also. In both books right now we got the War of the Green Lantern storyline going on, and issue 64 that's just made me go whoa. Like I was like, wow. Like I wonder what's gonna happen now. It's wild. But yeah, man, like I'm totally on board with this book. I have been since the beginning, pretty much since after Green Lantern Rebirth, way back in the day. In the beginning of this, I was on board. Jeff Johns is one of my favorite writers. I can't get enough of this, John. I'll be honest with you. Every single arc I've pretty much enjoyed. Like there hasn't been a time where I did not enjoy Green Lantern. And the art is always great. Whoever's doing it, it's always great. It's never been bad. And Green Lantern is always good. To me, the most consistent DC book, period, hands down. All right, then number 2, The Walking Dead, Rob Kirkman, Charlie Adler. Man, always just tension. Like this book is not about the zombies. Like people that don't like this book, they complain there's not enough zombie action. Well, it's not about the zombies. It's about how people react to the zombie apocalypse. So that's all I'll say. The current arc, what is it? No Way Out is what just happened in the last issue. If what happens, I wonder what Rick is. I wonder how Rick is going to react. Cause man, and this book, yeah, if you like the show, read the book because you'll see how different that show is. But yeah, definitely, Walking Dead, man, great book. All right, then my number 1, Invincible Iron Man, Matt Fraction, Salvador LaRocca. I don't have much time. I'll just say, in my opinion, most consistent Marvel book. Iron Man needed this facelift definitely because he was not a very likable character. Then the movie came out, he was a very likable character, and Matt Fraction kind of ran with how the movie did Iron Man. And pretty much, if you like Robert Downey Jr., this is him in comic book form. And I'll holler at y'all later. Peace out.